That in hip hop. EP review. Ice Spice. Like what? I guess. Like
just like
question mark. Before we get into the review, I know that you guys been liking the hip hop report card, so make sure you continue to go watch those. You know what I'm saying? Those are dope. More artists on the way. Make sure you leave your comments at the bottom so that way we can pick new artists. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time we talk about Ice Spice because this is literally her first project. Not a lot of information regarding Ice. She was born January 1st, 2000. She's actually from the Bronx, New York. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, keeps saying like I'm from the X, that's considered the Bronx X. Loxy's, DMX, y'all boys say that.
I had to look it up. I thought she was from somewhere else.
Yeah,
I thought she was like foreign.
Yeah, when they say from the X, that's Bronx.
She began her career in 2021 after meeting record producer, I don't know how to say his name, RIOT USA.
Riot USA?
Oh, okay. I was looking at it different.
He has a tag on the songs.
Yeah, she always say the tags.
Something like, come on, Riot.
Right.
Or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, bet. I didn't put two and two together. That's my fault. While attending Purchase College, and then she rose to prominence with the viral single Munch, as well as Bikini Bottom, and then In Her Mood, which preceded her debut EP, the one that we're doing right now. Short, sweet, simple, to the point, 6 songs, 13 minutes. I have to say, I was cool with this one. Like unlike Glorilla, I really like her tone. Like, I like Ice Spice's tone. However, we've been reviewing music for a very long time, and I feel like I can tell that she is extremely new to rapping. I think like her patterns, her cadence, her words, her vocabulary. Shout out to the report cards. I'm just saying. You want to go deeper than me?
Head, right?
You want to go deeper than me? I'm just saying.
Why you shaking your
head? You could just tell she's just new to the game, and I'm very interested to see how she progresses, because a lot like how I felt about Cardi B when Cardi first came out.
I was about to ask you,
I think Cardi was a little bit more like
more X Factor.
More X Factor.
Shout out to the report card.
She had more X Factor than Ice Spice.
Shit, boy.
I know we ain't shit. This is how Tauruses do. But Cardi had more X Factor. Like she was just like bigger on the track, and it felt like more confident. But I like where Ice Spice is starting, especially if this is her first project, like putting something together. I definitely think it's a good start. But I'm kind of over like this drill sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the biggest fan of it. And her beats don't sound like prototypical drill. So I'm like, I think that's another thing that really brought me in. But I really want to see where she goes, like flow and cadence wise. I think that she could definitely work on that.
It actually sounds like she's been rapping, to me, just the flow wise, it sounds like she doesn't sound uncomfortable on the beats to me.
Yeah, not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She's not uncomfortable, but she sounds, it's very simple. She's very simplistic with her style and pattern. Like, I feel like she doesn't know how to challenge herself yet.
Simple ass.
See, I don't know if I would say that. I think she just has something that's working for her, and that she's just sticking to it. I don't know. She probably can do something different. You know what I'm saying? Give her something else. I don't know if she should, but I don't know. Like this, I think she sounds, just to kind of get into it, I think it's fine. You know what I'm saying? I think what she's doing is fine. I did have a question. Did she start this whole Munch thing that people be saying? Did she start that?
I didn't know people were saying it.
Yeah, people say it now. Like, it's like
Probably.
a slang.
Probably, yeah, because that
What is
song,
that? What does it mean?
That
Bro,
song.
are you serious?
Like, does it mean what?
You have a phone, dude. Like,
I know. Like,
you really want us to explain this?
like you talking about like eating pussy?
Yeah.
Okay. That nigga Munch.
Why you mumbling like?
Yeah.
Something about lunch and snack or something like that. Take them up lunch.
I mean, I've seen people using it differently though. Like,
Yeah.
You think they use it differently?
I'm this made me feel old because I'm like, that nigga a Munch. That's fine. That's fine. Hey,
Damn.
that,
Damn.
I know.
Man, you
We
better
starting to
tell
get
him.
there though,
Tell
Jalen.
him. Ron said he been munching since before you were born, Jalen. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I remember when I first heard it. I thought it was dope. I think like the beat, the delivery on that. I mean, it was catchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but the thing is though, everything sounds like this. Like the whole album. I can't even like remember stuff because it's so like repetitive. Like it's just like everything sounds the same. So it's just like even though this EP is short, it's like nothing really stands out like that because it all sounds the same.
And you know, even to add to your point, her feature, Lil TJ, sounded the same.
Oh, damn.
They had like the same.
Mike silly. Oh damn.
That flow. Look, I was watching
I thought
an
Lil
interview.
TJ was fine on
I
here.
thought he was pretty good.
He
I
actually
didn't say he
sounded.
was bad.
No. Well, yeah.
I didn't say he was bad.
No, you didn't.
And I said I like Ice Spice.
He did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I also said, you know, I liked Ice Spice on here, but I was watching an interview with Scarface, and he was talking about how rappers today, he was saying like Cube sounded different, Scarface sounded different, like everybody sounded different. There's too many rappers that sound the same. When I heard this, I'm like, damn, Lil TJ, like y'all niggas sound the same.
You know, we
Damn.
actually reviewed Lil TJ. You remember? Yeah.
I remember.
I ain't
That
even
at
know that.
365 Go podcast, and we did a whole bunch of reviews.
Shitting on the kid, little TJ, man.
Nah, they shit on him.
He sound better on here than that project we did.
Well, maybe he heard y'all talking about him.
Maybe he did.
I'ma show
Maybe he
y'all.
did. Because I was like, oh, that's Lil TJ. Because I don't think he did the whatever little thing to his voice or whatever. But yeah, I was surprised it was him. I was like, oh, he actually sounded fairly decent.
I've never heard of him, but I thought he was pretty good.
I'm surprised that people don't use more of Bad Boy samples like that, but I really like that.
Bad word sample. Which one?
As the fuck is the name of that song?
I Need a Girl, I think. I Need a Girl.
Yeah, it's what.
The one with Genuine and yeah. I think it's that
Understand. This is what I need.
Yeah, I Need a Girl. I think it's
Yeah, I need a girl. Yeah.
Oh, is it my turn?
Anybody?
Is it my turn? Yeah, I mean, Rod, the last point you made was what I was gonna say. I was like, everything just sounds
Here we go.
very samey. But the only thing I took out of this is just like, okay, this is what the young girls like. She do not make music for all of us on this panel right here, man. Like this is young chick music. Like these chicks like this type of stuff. This is what they.
Is that hot girl summer music?
Yeah. I can definitely see this being like a summer like that in her mood, and that acting the smoochie. I can definitely see them being like her next two like big singles or whatever off this EP. I'm just like, yeah, this is what I took from this. This EP was not made for me. Like this is not made for me to bump or enjoy or whatever. She made this for the chicks. This is a young chicks anthem EP. This is pretty much. I mean, the content of it, everything is just like, yeah, this is the what you say, hot girl summer type shit. This is what this is. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the beats is fine. I feel like that little TJ joint with the sample was used very lazy. I mean, all he did is sped up the sample and just looped it. Really, it was really lazy how he used it. But it wasn't the beat wasn't really super creative like that. I mean, I thought the beat for Bikini Bottom was very lazy. I didn't like that one. But I agree with Rob. Munch was definitely catchy. It's definitely a catchy joint.
Y'all just laughing while this man is talking.
I know.
Let's go pick up.
You think he should have done something a little better?
Huh?
You think he should have done something a little better with the beat?
With Gangsta Boo, yes.
Oh, like what?
I don't know, but not that. That was lazy. But
All that shit.
But yeah, other than that, that's how I just took this album. Took this EP. Young Girls Bop.
Young Girls Bop.
They gonna enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what this is.
He said bops.
Yeah, bops.
Oh, B.O. like Bop?
Yeah, bop. Like,
Not
oh,
like
this a bop.
Kelly.
I thought he said
They be saying that. No, they be saying
thought
it.
he
They be
said
like,
young
oh,
girl
this.
bop.
They be saying this is a bop. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's a
saying?
bop.
They say that.
Oh, shit.
Don't they say that, Jelly?
Yeah,
I know,
it's a kid's bop, B.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all I took from this, man.
Don't they say that, Jalen? Don't they
This
say
wasn't
Right.
Don't they say bop?
right. It wasn't that deep. It was just like, okay, once I heard this, I'm like, yeah, it served its purpose for that. And that's it. It's not made for us. She made this for the young girls, for the summertime, have a good time, all that stuff. What she say? If the party ain't lit, I ain't coming or whatever. Like, yeah, that's That's what it is.
Say your party ain't lit.
She has a style and a charisma to her. I think that attracts, a listener base. So, and you can kind of hear it in the music as well. Like I wasn't a big fan of it in her mood, but I got the sentiment, of course. But Princess Diana was the one, and I was like, oh, I like that joint. I like the beat on there. I like how she was rapping on there. I already spoke about Gangsta Boo. I thought that was good as well. I really like Lil TJ on there, surprisingly. The last three, I wasn't all that big of a fan of. I do agree with you, B. I think the music, the production, I didn't really get with. I thought in terms of like rapping, for the most part, she was okay. I don't know how long she's rapping, but I did go back and listen to a lot of the other singles that she's dropped, and I wanted to go see if she had anything else out that I didn't really find too much. So she's pretty consistent in how she's doing this rap, but I'd be really curious to see where she go from here. Like she popped up on the scene last year? She's been putting out music since 2021.
Yeah.
Munch hit, and
That took her off right there.
Took her off, yep. And, I think that she did the smart move and let me get something out. I think she took 3 songs that she had already released as singles and added 3 more.
Really? So the only thing I heard was after the Munch was the Bikini Bottom.
Bikini
like,
Bottom,
ooh, man.
let's see. I mean, I can go back to her, but yeah, so.
I'm like, this beat is horrible, bro.
Damn.
Stop it.
I'm talking about when I heard Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, we know what
No,
you're
I
talking
got you. I'm not that big of a fan of that song either, and I think the beat I wasn't a fan of either. But I think she's interesting, in the sense that I'm kind of like want to see what happens from here. She seems like a star that's definitely ascending or on the rise, and it'd be curious, man. I haven't watched any of her interviews to see, get a feel for her personality. She's very engaged on social, Instagram and stuff like that. And, in this day and age, you kind of connect with people in that way.
Yeah.
And that's what she's doing and it's work for her. And I thought whoever signed her did the smart thing is let's put something out right now and take advantage of this. We talked about Cardi B. I was definitely wrong about Cardi B, but I think when you were talking about the X Factor, she had that, which I didn't see. With this one, I'm not going to be so definitive on her yet. But I'm in watch and see mode, man. And I don't know if there'll necessarily be a lot of songs I particularly like or care for, but just taking myself out in a similar way that you did, B. And I think she definitely has enough of it to keep progressing, as an artist. And we'll see where she go from there. But it's a small pack, a sample size that we got here, and I don't think it's enough for me yet to be definitive on it.
I agree with Feefo in that I don't think she definitely sounds like she's brand new to rapping. I didn't personally think she sounded very comfortable either, to be totally honest. I'm glad she's doing this, and I'm glad this is working for her. But I don't really look for lyrics with this type of music. I kind of just look for the way you're riding the beat, and if your flows are cool. I didn't personally really like her flow that much. The flow was awkward to me, and it was awkward to the point where I literally thought that she was from somewhere other than the United States at first, because the way her inflection goes on certain words, I was like, that's interesting the way she's pronouncing that. It just sounded weird. So finding out that she was from New York was actually a bit surprising. If your flow's not that interesting to me, then that kind of sometimes makes me pay more attention to the lyrics and see what you're talking about. And the lyrics weren't that great to me either. So for 6 songs, I was pretty unimpressed. Now, granted, like Ken said, I was wrong about Cardi B as well. I don't know that I said anything about the X Factor. I don't remember the conversation. I just know I didn't like her music that much. But from a rapping standpoint, I think Cardi B can rap. I think Meg can rap. I don't particularly care for that kind of music, but I would not deny that those 2 people can rap. With this, I'm not really quite sure. Now, she's brand new. She just started. Her next album could be a completely different thing. But what I heard here is 6 songs of basically the same beat and the same flows. So this didn't really interest me all that much. And I don't really have anything deep to go into with this. I do think that Lil TJ, again, I'm not familiar with him. I probably thought he sounded so good because I didn't really care that much for what Ice Spice is doing. And I know this sounds like hate. I'm not trying to, but it is just what it is. But yeah, Lil TJ had a couple nice lines and shit about, I heard he liked to fight in the streets, but tell him I clap niggas. And there's the way he said it. It's like, yeah. I don't like people getting shot, of course, but yeah, I believe you. I believe you. But, and I believe Ice Spice too. I just feel like, here's my thing with her. I went and looked at pictures and I could see why she is a star. I see why people look at her and they're like, oh yeah, this is who I'm looking up to. She seems fun. She's energetic. She's very attractive. I get it. I think that she should really work on flows. And I think that she should work a little bit on her lyrics. She doesn't have to be no lyrical miracle type shit, because Cardi B's not. Yeah. She can still say that shit that younger people are attracted to and that speaks to them. But if I'm looking at this strictly from a rap talent standpoint, I think that she should work a little bit harder on that. And that's really it. I don't think it's garbage at all. I don't think it's trash. I wouldn't return to it. This is one of those things where y'all talk about, oh, if it was on at a party, I wouldn't tell them to turn it off. I wouldn't tell them to turn it off, but in my head, I'd be like, damn, I wish y'all would turn this off. Was that a Drake diss? I think that was on Princess Diana, where she said something like, I'm young and I'm still getting money. And then she said, nothing was the same, huh?
I did hear that. So I don't know if it is, but it
of course,
possibly.
Because
are they cool or not?
So the whole story around that is like they were cool, and then Drake, I think, dropped like a subliminal on her loss.
Oh yeah,
regarding her.
That's when we first talked about it. You didn't know who she was at the time. Yeah,
and then now this is kind of like her retort.
I didn't think about that. That's right. He did do that because they said something on social about it too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because
you're right.
Her loss was very interesting because they took a lot of jabs at women like Meg, Ice Spice. So. Yeah, I think it is.
So this is Ice Spice kind of just shooting back. Got it.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Ice Spice, if you're watching, like I said in the review, I think, I definitely think you got something here. But I also agree with Myke. Like, I think you got to work on the craft. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you have something that's special, but you got to work on it. And I also agree it doesn't have to be lyrical miracle or anything like that, but that presence, that understanding of how to play with your flow and stuff like that with the beats, especially because you're that New York drill type of rapper, has a lot of breakdowns. So those are opportunities for you to like kind of spaz out in a sense. But again, I just think with time, if you want to take this serious, I think you'll be all right. Honestly, I think you're cooking with some hot grease.
Ice Spice, if you're watching, I think this is cool. I think you're very charming. I think some of the stuff Myke said about you have the look, you seem fun, energetic. I think all of that is working for you. And yeah, I think if you keep going and, just try to, do some other creative stuff, I'll be curious to see what happens with that. So yeah, I think it's cool. I think what you're doing is fine. You don't sound whack. I don't think you sound whack. It just, yeah. I think you got a future ahead of you. So. Good job.
Yeah, Ice Spice, if you're watching, I don't know if I mentioned before, but yeah, your rapping wasn't terrible. But I agree with Myke when he was mentioning about, if you want to take this seriously, because I did see some clips, and your performance, you got to work on your performance a lot better on that one. If you do want to take this seriously and everything, and you definitely make the bops for the girlies, so I definitely think that's dope. Yeah, performance wise, I think you definitely got to improve in that department, because it was. But that's it. Other than that, keep doing what you're doing. Keep making the anthems. I think that's dope as hell that you make the anthems for the women out here. So that's keep doing your thing on that.
Ice Spice, keep doing your thing. You're just starting out, so just live, learn, and continue to get better each with each turn. So yeah, we'll see where you go from here. But keep at it.
Attaboy.
What you got, Mike?
Look, you're clearly not marketing to me. You're clearly not marketing to me. So you really shouldn't take my opinion all that seriously. I'm speaking strictly personally, and your music doesn't speak to me. Obviously the industry is unfair and you're automatically gonna strictly get compared to other women rappers. I mean, I did it myself. It's just the unfair thing in the industry. So if you look at it that way, and if you're gonna automatically be unfairly compared, then you probably have to work on certain things musically in order to keep up that comparison, unless you just want to completely stand out from the pack. So I'm not really sure what your motive is, what your game plan is. All I can say is, obviously what you're doing is working. You know, it doesn't have to work for old fucking curmudgeons like me. If it's working for the people that you're targeting, then keep doing that. Like I said, I can tell you have the charisma and the fun attitude. So I think that carries you a lot in this industry. You know what I mean? So, and just based on that, I want you to win, even if I don't care for your music. So keep doing what you're doing, but understand old loser lame dudes like me are probably not going to be into it, but I'm sure you do not care. So good luck with everything.